Hello there, welcome to AWS Tech Guide session. Today I will show you how to purchase a reserved instance. You know there are multiple types of Ec2 instance. You can launch on-demand instance, you can purchase reserved instance, and you have the dedicated host as well as you have the option for spot instance. Today in this session I will show you how to purchase a reserved instance of Ec2. It is my Ec2 dashboard, and on the left hand side panel you see this reserved instance. Click on purchase reserved instance. Well, now AWS will show you this screen to search for your reserved instance. You see there are various parameters over here: platform, instance type, tenancy, term, offering class, payment option. Let's see the platform first. Click on this platform. These are basically the operating system platform you need. By default, Unix or Linux is selected. If you want any Windows, Red Hat, Windows with SQL Server Standard, Linux with SQL Server Standard, you can select based on your requirement. Next, it is the list of Ec2 instance type. You know that there are various instance type of Ec2. If you go to the AWS documentation, here you will see that what are the Ec2 instance type: general purpose, compute optimized, memory optimized, and all these things. Suppose we are looking for the T2 instance. So this T2 is T2 Nano, which has one virtual CPU and 0.5 GB memory. T2 Micro has one virtual CPU and 1 GB of memory. And based on your requirement, you will select the same type what you want in this instance type. So suppose I am going for T2 Micro. Now term. So term is either 1 month to 12 months or 12 months to 36 months. So I'm keeping it at any. So we will be able to see that what are the price difference between multiple terms. Tenancy. Tenancy is by default, it is showing default and dedicated. Most of the cases you keep it as default. Offering class has two options: convertible and standard. Standard means whatever the configuration you are selecting now is fixed. You can't change it after purchasing the instance. So just to show you the difference between convertible and standard and their price line, I am keeping it at any. Payment option. Payment option, no upfront, partial upfront, all upfront. So I am keeping it at any to show you the difference. Now clicking on search. Now it's showing various combination of T2 Micro on Linux platform. Let me sort it by payment option. So I am selecting all upfront. So 12 months all upfront convertible, it will cost you $68. Now compare it with 12-month standard, which is the third record in this list. 12-month standard, same instance type, same configuration, will cost you $59. So you see that the convertible actually will cost more. If you are sure that you need this configuration for the whole tenure, then go for the standard one because it will cost less to you. But if you are not sure and you may need to change or convert your instance later, then it is better to go for convertible. Well, now think about 12 months all upfront standard with 36 months all upfront standard, the last row showing in this list. So 12-month all upfront standard is 59. So if you are renewing that for 3 years, then it is around $180, right? It is around $180. But for 36 months, if you are purchasing it directly for 36 months, the same instance all upfront standard, you are getting it for $115. So you are saving around $65. Around $65 you are saving. So that's the way how you save your cost. If you know that you are going to use this instance for long time, around 3 years, go for the 36 months. You will be able to save around $65. And if you know that you will be only using this instance for 12 months or little bit less, then go for this 12 months upfront standard, which is your $59. Now, suppose in our case, I am just selecting 36 months all upfront standard, which will cost me $115. Desired quantity, you can just put your desired quantity, how many you need. Well, and you add this to cart. So if you just click on add this to cart, now check view cart. In view cart, you see that your T2 micro for 36 months payment term upfront sold by Amazon has been added, and now click on order. After ordering on your reserved instance portal, it will show like this, and click on this instance, it will show that the time left around 2 years 52 weeks, state payment pending, because once it will deduct from your card, then only it will be ready for use. That's why it is showing payment pending. Tenancy default, platform Linux, Unix, term 36 months, start date, expire, payment option, all upfront price $115, and recurring charges hourly 0. Why it is 0? Because you have already paid all upfront. Hello, I'm back after 5 to 6 hours now, and it is showing state active. Yes, it took around 5 to 6 hours from changing the state payment pending to active. So if you are purchasing any reserve instance and after even few hours you find that it is still showing payment pending, do not need to worry, because it depends on the credit card payment which AWS confirms. So once it is active, now we are good to go with it. Now let's see what can we do with this reserve instance. I clicked the reserve instance and selecting actions. So you can purchase more like this. You can modify reserve instance, renew reserve instance, and sell reserved instance. Now our ultimate goal is using this reserve instances. So how can we use this reserve instance? Let me go to the Ec2 dashboard. So here I'm at my Ec2 dashboard. I have one Ec2 instance already running, and that is T2 Micro. It is your Red Hat Enterprise Linux platform. Well, but I brought the reserve instance of T2 Micro Linux, simple Unix or Linux platform. So that reserve instance doesn't apply to this instance. What AWS says that using your reserve instances from the AWS documentation, it says reserved instances are automatically applied to running on-demand instances, provided that the specification matches. As you see, I have one Ec2 instance running, that is T2 Micro, but that is platform having Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So my reserve instance cannot automatically link with that running instance. If you have no running on-demand instances, that matches the specification of your reserved instances. The reserved instance is unused until you launch an instance with the required specifications. So it means that if I launch one instance now with T2 Micro and Linux, I'm selecting Linux, T2 Micro, configure details, I'm not changing so much, just add storage, add tag, just keeping it as it is, create a new security group, clicking on review and launch, and simply clicking on launch. I am selecting one existing key pair, acknowledging, clicking on launch instance, view instance, and simply my new Ec2 instance is initializing. So as per AWS documentation, it says that the reserved instances are automatically applied to the running on-demand instances provided that the specifications match. So now I have created one Ec2 instance which is T2 Micro and Linux platform, and which is the same as my reserved instance I brought in the same region. So I'm just giving this instance a name, RI AWS TG, because it is my reserved instance. And how do you verify that it is actually your reserved instance? So you go to your billing, and on billing you click on the bill details. On this bill details, click on the Elastic Compute Cloud, and basically you will find how much you are spending on which Ec2 instance type. Since I have just created the T2 Micro, so that's why it is not showing in my billing details, but after few hours it will start showing here. So in my Ec2 dashboard, now there are two instances. One instance matches with my reserved instance specifications, so it is my reserved instance. The other one doesn't match, and it is my Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any query, please write in the comment box below, and see you in my next session. Thank you.